Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as the wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran Firm, we win wrongful death cases.
And we welcome you to day 3 of the 2017 Tartar Classic here from Compton College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage, and it's the Vaqueros from Glendale taking on Antelope Valley. The Marauders, a hard luck loss yesterday in a game versus one of the top teams in Southern California. It's Citrus College, one right down to the wire. And you have to figure, had they had Julian Payton available for that game, out starting point guard for Antelope Valley, out yesterday, if they have him in that game, you have to figure you have to really like your chances, and they were right there.
Yeah, one more player in a three-point game, yeah, absolutely. I think it could have clearly made the difference. I think for Antelope Valley moving forward, a lot of reasons for optimism. They're winning games big, but their last 2 losses have been by 3 and 4 points. So the Marauders moving forward need to get a little better finish in the deal in tight games. It's not easy to do against the top teams like Citrus, but that's what waits in front of you if you want a postseason berth and move on in the postseason.
Yeah, Citrus, going into yesterday, they only had 2 losses on the season, both to top teams in Southern California. The 2 teams in last year's final for the state, San Diego City, Fullerton. Obviously, those teams back again, always reload and reload well. But 12-2 on the season now, 13-2 I believe is the overall record for Citrus, and 7-5 coming in now for the Marauders, or 7-6.
7-6, yeah.
7-6. So the Marauders looking to get another W in the win column, and they're going to have their hands full. Glendale pretty good.
Yeah, Glendale, they don't go very deep. They only dress 8 players today, but that belies the fact that they get 4 different players scoring in double figures. They shoot well from long range. They're athletic, and they're going to challenge you on the defensive end. And so Antelope Valley needs to be very aware this is a team that can really score points in bunches.
Well, some starters for you shortly as we get ready to go. I have some starters for you for Antelope Valley. It'll be Jamar Kemp, Miles Wise, O.C. Nwachukwu, Gregory Floyd, and Demarie Jones. It was the 3-headed monster of Demarie Jones, Gregory Floyd, and O.C. Nwachukwu that really played a pivotal role in what they wanted to do. Offensively and defensively, Nwachukwu was a beast. Tap won by Glendale, and here we go. The Vaqueros in white working left to right. Serene Och off the mark, bounce back from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. That rimming out.
Well, you see, that's a lot of what you're going to see from Glendale, catch and shoot from long range. They're not going to take a lot of time off the clock.
Nwachukwu with it near side, high post, high-low feed, Floyd down from Kemp, and it's good.
Jamar Kemp leading the Marauders in assists on the season from the center position.
And that was something that Coach Mike Rios, assistant coach for Antelope Valley, said would very likely be the case. Kemp with great vision and a great knack of throwing men open, knowing when they're going to be open before they even do. Starting on the floor right now for Glendale. This is terrific defense by Floyd on Stephen Hubble. It's Hubble, Jordan Matthews with it. Over to Och. Och working against the shot clock as it goes down to 0. That shot again off the mark, and Och over too early. A terrific defensive possession back-to-back here for the Marauders.
You can see right away, Michael, that they're very aware of Glendale's ability to shoot from outside, and they're really challenging that three-point line, going to make them put it on the floor to beat them.
And a lob up top, Jones to Nwachukwu.
You know, amazingly, Michael,
See the replay on that one.
Antelope Valley is 80th in the 3C2A in assists per game. And that's a staggering number because this is a good passing team. And you've seen a couple of good passes on their first couple of possessions.
Quick 4-run to start the game. Shot up by Daniels, no good. Rebound off to Jordan Matthews. Matthews can't get that one to go. Jones saves it, but right to the Vaqueros. No, Kemp picks up the loose garbage. Kemp up ahead. Nwachukwu in transition. Lost it. Hubble gets a hand in there, and it looked like Nwachukwu on the end line, out of bounds, to go back to the Vaqueros.
Yeah, good hands from Hubble. Nwachukwu coming in from the left, thinking about the finish. Instead has it poked away.
Rounding out the starting 5 for the Vaqueros, Serene Och and Aaron Yarnell. Daniels off to Matthews. Matthews in the weave off to Hubble. Wide open 3. That's good. And Hubble on the season over 45% from beyond the arc.
And Miles Wise needs to close out faster. He's got to be aware of who he's guarding. Hubble with entirely too much time.
At the same time, you can't leave him. That's a shooter that they did a pretty good job yesterday versus a team in Citrus that shoots it as a team very well from beyond the arc. And Nwachukwu answers with his own triple. And Osi quick 5 points.
Yeah, OC doesn't take a lot of threes, but he hits at a 42% clip.
Picks his spots well. Och with it near side, guarded by Demarie Jones. Jones has been on fire in this tournament. Matthews from deep, that one off of the score clock, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Marauders. 7-3 early here, 17:07 to go in the first half. Start recording.
Well, AVC going to try and employ a half-court trap.
Lockman from three, no good. Weak side rebound, Demarie Jones. Jones in transition. That went off of the foot of Lockman. No, it'll just sail out of bounds. That's
Looking for 10 in there, and I think Jones there, a little too high degree of difficulty. Mike, I got to tell you, Antelope Valley going to the half-court trap, and I'm not sure I really like that call against a team that likes to spread the floor, maybe do a little skip passing, try to get open looks from three. Seems like a risky defensive move. I like AVC to just match up man-on-man and continue to contest shots from the outside.
Yeah, at the same time, they're probably working on, the game within the game right here. This is a team they know they can take advantage of. They suspect there's a weakness in terms of ball handling. They want to create pressure because they know that up and down is where they want to go. They're not going to get that in the half-court set man-to-man. Hollinger from three, and you're exactly right. This team that can fill it up from three.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily your recipe for success, but they don't really have a driving kick guy to break down the defense. So I see where they're going with it.
And what's more, so far they're not hitting those threes. They've had a few good looks, but they've only knocked down one in the first 10.5 minutes.
I think if they knock down a couple, you're going to see that trap go away in a hurry. Meanwhile, ABC pretty good from beyond the arc. I want to say they're hitting at a 50% clip. Got one from Solis, Nwachukwu. We'll have an offensive foul call on Solis, trying to free up Kemp. With a block-to-block screen.
Well, I'd like to see, with this lineup on the floor, a little more out of Kemp, maybe in the high post. See if Jamar Kemp can facilitate a little offense. Yeah. Maybe get the ball to Demarie Jones.
That's exactly how the game started out. It was a high-low feed from Kemp to Floyd. Floyd, meanwhile, going to check back into the ballgame. Lockman turns the corner, check that's Gully. Off to Hubble. Hubble, shot fake, into the lane. Jumper up, no good. Rebounded by Jalon Tennant with authority. Nearly lost it. Finally losing it, it's Kemp. Och lays it up and lays it in. Find a ball handler. This is something that plagued Antelope Valley down the stretch versus Citrus yesterday. Make the argument AVC was the better team yesterday, but Citrus performed better in the clutch, and that's what got them the win. Kemp in the short corner, guarded by Hollinger. It's going to rise up, 17-footer, no good. Rebounded by Matthews. Matthews quickly back the other way. No, check that. That's Daniels. Daniels with a left-handed layup. Looks pretty good on that one. Timeout, AVC, starting to get away from him.
Well, nobody stops the ball and allows Daniels to go coast to coast, and that's going to bring a coach off the bench right away, and usually with a timeout.
Yeah, if we were in practice, that'd be line them up, fellas. Get on the baseline. We're going to run a couple suicides here. 20-11, 8:27 to go here in the first half. You are watching CCCAA men's basketball, Antelope Valley and Glendale College.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
8:27 to go in the first half. And Antelope Valley with the 9-point lead over Glendale. Third place game, the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Antelope Valley in the road maroon jerseys, working from right to left. Looking for Nwachukwu, quickly double-teamed and the ball knocked free and yanked out of there by Hollinger. Here comes Glendale looking to cut into a 9-point deficit. A little start and stop from Daniels and a whistle. And a travel call.
It wasn't a start and stop, it was a start and stutter.
Well, he did stop after the whistle.
So did their possession.
Under 8 to go. This is Follings Jr. losing the handle. I'll get a little help Gets it back from Tinnen. Over to Nuwachukwu. It's Nuwachukwu. Big lineup on the floor for Antelope Valley. Nuwachukwu tries from long range. That's no good. Ball out of bounds back to Glendale. Nuwachukwu with Follings Jr. in the backcourt, and then up front, you got Tinnen, Floyd, and Kemp. So a very big lineup on the floor for Antelope Valley. Hubble leans over the dribble, starts to drive, kicks it out to Och. Vaqueros taking some time. Gully fakes, drives, back out. Hollinger fakes, drives the lane, hangs in the air. Left-handed scoop won't go. Rebound batted around out of bounds, and it'll go back to Antelope Valley.
Pretty good offense there from the Vaqueros. They just don't really have a finisher out on the floor outside of maybe Och and Daniels.
You know, Mike, it looks to me they're a little bit uncomfortable on the drive as well, maybe against some of the size up front for Antelope Valley.
Yeah, I would be too. A lot of length out there, a lot of athleticism.
Floyd holding against Daniels. Follings between the circles. Off to Nuwachukwu. Starts to back down on Och.
And one more.
Shot clock down to 9. Follings drives on Gully. All the way to the rim. Missed the layup. Tap no good. Rebound batted around. Controlled by Och.
Beautiful move to get yourself open. You got to finish that, kid.
Och all the way to the rim. Layup no good, but a foul called.
You have to step in front. Somebody needs to get in front of the ball.
Yeah, that's the second time in a couple of minutes here that a Glendale player has made it all the way to the front of the rim from beyond half court. So Och, who's 1 out of 4 from the line here in the first half, heads to the line, hits the first. Serene Och comes in averaging 15 points a game, 82% foul shooter. Antelope Valley has led by as many as 11. Now it's down to an 8-point game. A 7-point game, 20-13. And a travel call. Dragging the pivot foot, Wesley DeJesus, who's checked in. And this is something that we've talked about from time to time, Michael, and it's a little bit of ebb and flow from Antelope Valley. They'll look lights out for a little while, and then they'll go through a stretch where it seems to slip away and allows teams back into the game.
Yep.
Och, catch and shoot from long range, no good. Floyd high up for the board. Long pass ahead to DeJesus. He'll back it out, and they'll reset with Nuwachukwu up top. Nuwachukwu checked by Hubble. Follings. Off to Floyd. Floyd will fire from 3, back iron. Long rebound to Kemp. Kemp trying to whip a pass to Nuwachukwu, but it's off his hands and out of bounds. Yeah, I think it looked to me like he thought Nuwachukwu was maybe going to cut to the basket there.
I thought it was tapped. Yeah.
Tried to hold up the pass. I think it went off of Jamar Kemp's left hand as he tried to catch that pass.
Gotcha.
Might not be the case, but I think that was the call, certainly. Och open for 3. That's short. Nuwachukwu ahead to Kemp. It's a 2-on-2. Kemp, a rare turnover there, I think, on a bad pass from Jamar Kemp, a little bit behind DeJesus.
Yeah, a couple of times back-to-back now, some questionable decisions there from Jamar Kemp, but at the same time, you're not doing yourself any favors, Antelope Valley. Your spacing just not there on the break. Spread out. DeJesus needs to fill the lane instead of running to the middle. Floyd was filling that middle, and there was nobody home.
Jesse Burns checking in, and right now Burns is matched up with Daniels. This would seem to be a favorable matchup for Glendale, and Daniels indeed tries to clear things out. Starts a drive on Burns into the lane. Left-handed layup won't go. Burns battling for the rebound against Daniels. The ball's out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Antelope Valley. So Daniels tried to clear out, get Burns one-on-one, but he can't finish, and it remains 20-13. Both teams have gone somewhat cold from the floor. Nuwachukwu around a Burns screen. Little hesitation, drives, layup good. But the turnover going to go against Nuwachukwu, a carry called. Turnover gives it back to Glendale.
It's the point of the ball game where the lead should be 20. And you're letting Glendale, a team that can shoot it from beyond the arc, in stretches, stick around.
On the other hand, here's a turnover as a tip. It is. So Glendale will keep it. But, you know, if you're in the Glendale huddle right now, you're thinking, how are we not leading right now? we got a team that's turning the ball over left and right, giving us opportunities, but the Vaqueros not doing a whole lot with that chance. They still trail it by 7. Hubble will bring it in. Daniels splits the double team. Quick pass to Gully. Baseline drive, back out front, 3 on the way, short. Rebound back tapped. Nuwachukwu's got it.
Nice shot by OC tracking that down.
Transition for Antelope Valley. DeJesus hangs and scores.
That's just easy money. A great job. Good feed from OC Nuwachukwu and DeJesus. Good recognition early on in that possession.
Well, that breaks a drought for Antelope Valley. Gully answers from the corner.
Now you got to watch out. They start to get a couple of those to go. It's going to be a completely different ball game. This isn't a game you should let get away.
22.
Obviously, the more talented team here for ABC.
Falling stops and pops. Short. Rebound to Matthews. Matthews looking for Gully. Up ahead. A fake. Forces one up. No good, but a foul called. Gully's going to have a couple of free throws coming. A foul on DeJesus.
It's likely going to be a 5-0 run for Gully for the Vaqueros. And they were down by 7. They're down by 6 right now. Can make it 4.
Gully, another player averaging in double figures, 10.4 a game. He's a 92% foul shooter, so this is not the guy you want to foul.
No.
In the air and in the basket. I find that even my ability to jinx runs into trouble against guys who are up over 90% from the line.
I was just going to say, 90% is pretty tough to jinx.
Can't really.
It's somebody around 75, 76.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're in a better spot.
Gully's ready. Second free throw is good. Barely moved the net. 22-18. 4-point game. Marauders with the lead, but they led by as many as 11. Floyd, baseline drive, tries to cross over, and the foul going to go against Daniels as he hits the deck. Is that just the second team foul on Glendale? Is that possible?
Yeah. Is it possible? Yes, it is.
I find it hard to believe, but it is indeed the case. So they'll bring it in baseline left. Miles Wise has returned.
That the foul count can be only 2 simply by looking at the scoreboard.
Nuwachukwu from 19 feet, no good. Rebound tapped outside, and this is going to go against Burns. Meanwhile, Antelope Valley in the penalty. So this will be free throws on the other end. On the foul by Burns.
Get some finger pointing here, and it's just, man, the first 5-6 minutes looks like AVC was the best team in the tournament right now. They're playing like they're in the consolation bracket.
You still got Demarie Jones on the bench where he's been for the last few minutes. First one up and good for Och.
Well, and you know what? I don't really mind that. Demarie Jones came out shooting a couple of questionable threes that he didn't really need to fire up. Go to the rack. Nobody could stop you yesterday. And this is an even worse team that you can match up against very well in your favor.
It's a 14-5 run. After Antelope Valley opened up an 11-point lead, it's down to 2. Floyd facing up on Daniels. DeJesus for 3. That's good.
Feet.
So DeJesus knocks down a big triple, pushes the lead back out to 5.
Look at that rhythm on the
Matthews
replay. Looked beautiful.
Started to drive on Burns, kicks it outside. Och for 3, rimming and good. Wow, it looked like it was on its way out, but Och with the shooter's touch. Hits from 3.
Some friendly rims here at Compton.
Nuwachukwu directing traffic. That one poked away by Hubble. Hubble on the drive all the way, lays it up and in.
Tie ball game.
3 minutes exactly to go in the first half, tied at 25. Wise off to Floyd. Starts to back down, turnaround shot blocked by Daniels.
Great defense there from Daniels staying home. Floyd didn't need to hang in the air. He did. That allowed Daniels to block the shot.
3 from Daniels is good. He's doing it on both ends. Timeout taken. Coach Taylor wants to talk it over on the Antelope Valley bench. 28-25. Glendale has the 3-point lead. You're watching the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
Glendale on a run, and they've got the 28-25 lead, Michael. And you had the sense early on everything was working for Antelope Valley, but there was always danger here. And sure enough, Glendale, a team that shoots it very well from outside, has started to get it going from outside, and now they've got the lead.
And it's about a 17-5 run in the last 12 minutes. I mean, AVC clicking on all cylinders out of the gate. Well, they need some roadside assistance in this one.
Wise over the timeline. Marauders trailing for the first time today. Iwachukwu fouled as he starts a drive. Just the third team foul, so this is a non-shooting foul with 2:26 to go in the first half. Instead, they'll bring it in baseline right. Jones has returned for Antelope Valley. A little bit smaller lineup on the floor now. Jones has it. Tries to drop it down low and does. The layup no good. Rebound on the floor, and Hubble able to dig it out for Glendale. Wise was point blank.
Finish a layup. What
Instead,
a great feed from DeMaurier.
The Vaqueros will try to extend on a three-point lead. Iwachukwu on the floor but can't come up with the steal. They hook it over to Gully.
That's a double dribble.
Gully dancing on the dribble. Vaqueros now will reset. Shot clock at 6. Daniels working on Floyd. Step back three on the way. Rimming no.
Incredible defense from Greg Floyd.
Jones.
Keeps his man in front, gets a good hand up. Tough shot.
Will walk it over the timeline for Antelope Valley. He directs traffic. Wise in the corner. Circles to his left, finds Iwachukwu, hangs in the air. Good, and a foul.
That a kid. You see Ochi Iwachukwu directing traffic here. We'll go to the replay. It's good. Bring it back.
The push called on Daniels as Iwachukwu heads to the line. Hollinger returns for Glendale. And Iwachukwu converts the three-point play. We're tied at 28, 126 and counting to go in the first half. Hubble off to Gully. Gully around the screen. Still shadowed by DeJesus. They work it down low to Ott. Spins baseline, hangs in the air. Left-handed layup, no good. Floyd has the rebound. Antelope Valley looking for the lead. Wise at the controls. Off to Floyd, thought about a three. Instead, it's DeJesus around to Iwachukwu. Shot clock at 10 and a whistle.
Hubble.
Stay here. This is going to go against Hubble. Still just a 15 foul. Under a minute to go in the first half.
And the fact that there's only 5 team fouls for Glendale, considering their size and athleticism disadvantage, that is just alarming. That's something that's going to be harped on at halftime for sure by Coach Taylor and company.
Wise will bring it in baseline left. Off to Jones, who's had a quiet first half. DeJesus off a screen for three. Foul called. Shot no good.
DeJesus sells it, but Hubbard, why? A three-point shooter. Can I see the replay here, Matt? All the way back.
Yeah, working. DeJesus was working off the screen. As you talked about, Michael. First free throw is good.
Got 3 coming his way.
Marauders back in the lead, 47.1 to go in the first half, so you figure the Marauders will also have another possession. Second one good, one more coming for DeJesus. This has been a nice performance by DeJesus coming off the bench.
Yeah. I don't know.
Didn't see a lot of him the first couple days. I know we didn't see much of him at all in the first game. I'm not even sure he played.
At game 1, he did not play. Did play a little bit yesterday, but getting some good run here today.
Converts all three, 31-28. Will Glendale be able to get a 2-for-1 here? About a 16-second difference. Och backs off. Gully, a drive on Wise, in among the trees. Layup partially blocked. Floyd's got the rebound.
Nice active hands there from Floyd. And Story, I'm with you. I think Ott should have shot that early in that possession and go for that 2-for-1. Instead, the shot clock is black. Should be the final possession here at the end of the first half.
Jones off to Nwachukwu. Down to 11 seconds. Floyd in the post. Turnaround, gets his man in the air.
Travel.
And he traveled before the shot. Boy, Floyd did about 95% right there.
I do want to see the replay here. Replay 2.
7 seconds, meanwhile, to go in the first half.
Let's go to live action. Sorry, Matty.
Gully quickly over the timeline, down to 3 seconds. Working left, Floyd comes on the double. Gully unable to get a shot off. Wouldn't have counted anyway. 31-28 the score at the half. Antelope Valley with the 3-point lead in the third place game here in the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran Firm, we win wrongful death cases.
And spread the word, everybody. If you have friends or family that could not make it to today's game, be sure to let them know that they can watch all of our broadcasts on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com and also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And be sure to tweet out to us at SoCal College SPO, that's S-P-O, if you want to give a shout out to one of your favorite players or teams, or just let us know how we're doing. AVC on top of Glendale, 31-28. Back in a moment.
31-28 at the half. Antelope Valley and Glendale College here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The Tartar Classic 2017, and bit of an ugly first half. If you're Antelope Valley, you're up by 3, but you had a bigger lead early on. You got out to 20 in a hurry, and then you went into that offensive lull. 11 turnovers in the first half for Antelope Valley.
Yeah, and maybe some adjustments in there by Glendale, a team that obviously didn't get rattled, to their credit, and didn't get down and on themselves, rather, and were able to come back and knock down some shots. A good response in the last couple of minutes, I think, from Antelope Valley as well, after they went down 3, got the ship together, ended it on a 6-0 run to take the lead into the locker room. Now, as we often talk about, you need to pick that up in the first 5 minutes of the second half, such a critical juncture in the game.
Yeah, well, the energy level was pretty good for Antelope Valley, but they get in foul trouble, and then they're able to allow Glendale to get back into it via the free throw line. Serene Och started off, I believe, 1 for 4 from the line, but now 6 of 9 from the line. He leads Glendale with 13 points. In fact, he leads all scorers with 13 points. Right now, it's Osi Nwachukwu with 12 in the first, and Osi played very well in that first half. Demarie Jones, a little bit maybe forcing the issue with Julian Payton out today. And Jeff, you and I talked about it. When you're missing your starting point guard, you're going to lose that steady generalmanship at the point guard position, and they're trying to find an answer. And right now, they have them. Yeah.
One quick point about Demarie Jones, and that is give a lot of credit to Serene Och, who's been matched up with him a lot and has been able to stay with him, bother his shots, and really take Demarie out of what he wants to do. We'll see how he adjusts in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's D1 talent versus D1 talent. Right now, Och is getting the better of it. About a minute away from the start of the second half. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Start the second half. AVC with possession. Wise trying to enter in at the high post to Demarie Jones, trying to get him going early, and right off the bat induces a foul call. Is this going to go against Daniels or Och? It goes against Daniels.
Yeah, Och on the defense, but Daniels coming over to give help, and it's Daniels who gets him with the body. How many points did Jones have in the first half? Was he
Jones in the
2,
first
or was
half,
he scoreless?
Yeah, Demarie Jones, scoreless.
Well, there's something you don't see every day. But obviously a concerted effort to get him involved immediately on the first possession. It leads to 2 points.
So get the lead out to 5. AVC 33-28, just underway here in the second half. Hubble brings it across over to Daniels in the corner. Thought about rising up. Instead, one more pass out to Matthews from 3. That one's off the mark. Och with a rebound on the weak side. Inside to Hollinger, and Hollinger lost it out of bounds, but it's going to stay here. They're going to say it went off of Nwachukwu. That was a terrific find there from Och. Thought he had a wide open layup, but
yeah, tried to drop it off to Hollinger.
Baseline out of bounds here for the Vaqueros. That pass nearly stolen by Demarie Jones. Hollinger all the way to the rack. Nearly has that one blocked. Demarie Jones now with a rebound. Back the other way for the Marauders.
Yeah, Floyd patrolling the middle.
Jones off to Nwachukwu. Great ball movement from Osi, and Floyd buries the 3. Good, quick, decisive pass, and Floyd was ready for it.
Yeah, shoots just 24% from long range, but knocks one down there. Good shot in rhythm.
Daniels with it out front. Gives out to Hollinger. He has Hotch inside working on Floyd. Can't get it to him. Hubble blocked up top.
Floyd bothers a shot on the previous possession, then gets the block on that one.
Wise gets a screen from Kent off to Demarie Jones.
It's
Jones
nice.
behind the back, working on Hubble, into the lane, tough shot, foul.
You know, right now it's a great adjustment by AVC. They're recognizing that with Floyd on the floor, they can go ahead and run a shooter off the baseline, and Floyd's got him covered in the lane. Makes it so much easier to defend on the perimeter when you got that defense behind you.
First free throw from Demarie Jones, up and good. Demarie scoreless in the first half, now starting to get hot via the free throw line.
Meanwhile, with this free throw, it's a 13-0 run for Antelope Valley after Glendale took the lead. And that's a great response.
Och with it on the far side, Blockman, or Gully rather. He's off to by Och. Och now guarding Nuachukwu, off to DeJesus. DeJesus gets a screen from Floyd. DeJesus turning the corner off to Solis. Solis not ready to shoot. Some weave action here. 3 on the shot clock. Nuachukwu going to have to rise up from the top of the key. No, that's off the mark. Did hit a little bit of the rim, so no violation. But it's a bad offensive possession for the Marauders. Near steal. Hubble in transition now. Numbers for Glendale. Can't lose a shooter, and Hubble elects to bring it back out. Pretty good transition defense there from the Marauders.
Yeah, Floyd just a little late trying to jump that pass in the backcourt. Nearly had the steal. Och goes down. Is this going to go against DeJesus?
And DeJesus fell down, and then he lifted up the leg, I think, to retaliate.
Now both teams
in the bonus
will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Tough pass.
Hot shot inside. That one intended for Matthews. Matthews had a wide open layup if he receives it cleanly. Hubble a little bit off the mark with the pass. It's a turnover, and it goes back the other way.
Yeah, one of those tweeners, I think, for Hubble, whether it's a bounce pass or able to throw a direct pass, and ends up right at the feet of Matthews. And that's a break for Antelope Valley, as Matthews definitely was free. Get your dunk call ready, Michael.
I don't know if I have one today. I left it out in the cold. It's chilly up here.
For Southern California.
That's true. I am spoiled. You're from Illinois. What do I know?
Listen,
what do I know about cold?
Now I'm from here. It's cold to me.
Oh, that's a great drop step there by Floyd. He can't get that one to go. Tinnen trying to track down a rebound. It's Solis who comes up with it. Saves a backcourt violation. That's one heck of a job by Angelo Solis.
Yeah, kills the transition opportunity for Glendale and gets the ball back.
Yep.
Massive potential for a 4 or 5 point turnaround here for Antelope Valley. Yeah, over the back there on Tinnen. That's going to be an easy call. Working against Derek Lockman. Nice job by Lockman.
Och with 15, Daniels with 11, Hubble with 5, Gully with 5. Meanwhile, for Antelope Valley, it's Nuachukwu with 15, DeJesus with 11, Demarie Jones with 7.
I would think this was an advantage for Glendale, but at least by the numbers, not so much. So far this year, 48-42 as OC hits the first free throw. 9:02 to go in the game. Second free throw is good. Here comes Hollinger, replacing Jordan Matthews. So it's Hubble with Lockman and Gully, along with Daniels and Hollinger. So the 3-guard lineup on the floor for Glendale. Antelope Valley with a definite size advantage with the 5s on the floor. Hollinger faces up on Kemp. Starts a drive, kicks it back. Lockman fakes. Now they try to trap him. Loses the handle. He's got it back. Splits a double team. Still looking to pass, but it's Nuachukwu who digs it out.
Again, terrific energy defensively from OC.
Nuachukwu hooks a pass outside. Solis. 3!
His second triple of the game, and a beautiful find from OC Nuachukwu. He's stepping up into the ball handler and facilitator role. You see the replay here.
As Daniels goes high off the glass and he's fouled. Well, you know, I got to tell you, we've seen a lot of Antelope Valley so far this year, and Nuachukwu just seems like a guy with so much upside with the size that he has. You just saw the great hands on defense where he obviously can be an impact player, but the ball handling is there. Finds Solis, and this is a guy who I think has a very bright future.
Yeah, you know who he reminds me of? Little Kawhi Leonard. Strong hands, big hands, good motor defensively, but also really good basketball instincts. Not necessarily the prototypical facilitator, but can find the open man when put into that position. We see it right there on the assist to Solis.
Daniels goes 1 out of 2 from the line. It's a 9-point lead for Antelope Valley. Jones over to Solis.
Too stagnant off the ball.
Shot clock at 17. And Antelope Valley not into their offense yet. Now it's down to 12 as Jones directs traffic. Kemp, top of the key, over to Solis. Shot clock at 5. Now they're going to have to force something. Solis does. It's partially blocked, but DeJesus has the rebound and lays it in.
Better to be lucky than good. DeJesus just caught a river.
Well, Esteban DeJesus has been in the right place at the right time seemingly all day. Och for 3. That's short. Long rebound tracked down by Hubble. Back to Och. Hangs in the air. Goes glass. So a second chance for Glendale, and it's 54-45. Meanwhile, Jones does it himself
Just too
with
easy.
the layup, 56-45. He hasn't had a lot of great looks so far today. Glendale's done a great job against him, but that time able to get the field goal. 7:10 to go, 56-45. Antelope Valley on top here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran Firm, we win wrongful death cases.
Back to action, and Matthews comes up shooting from 15 feet, silky smooth. Jordan Matthews, 56-47. Glendale back within 9. Jones off the Nuachukwu. Baseline drive on Matthews, spins, hangs, and 1.
Nuachukwu with a little flex at the end. We'll see that one more time.
Well, it's been Nuachukwu with a little assist from Wesley DeJesus today for Antelope Valley. And OC heads to the line with Antelope Valley back up 11. And the free throw is good. Nuachukwu fast approaching 20 points. I know you got the stats in front of you there, Michael. Well, not quite in front of you, but
close enough.
Matthews feeds it into Hollinger. Starts a drive on Kemp, finds a cutter. Och hanging in the air. He's hammered. He'll head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Yeah, OC, they have him in the book. It's 15 points. I want to say 17 after that bucket.
Derek Gully, I should say Dominic Gully, up off the bench, and he will check in for Glendale. Och's free throw is good.
Having an issue with the live stats here. So.
Och was quiet in the loss to Chafee last night with just 5 points. Hits both free throws here. But he led Glendale in the opener in the tournament with 20 points in the victory over Compton. 59-49. They entered into Nuachukwu, a near steal, and now it is tipped away and stolen. Daniels wants to run, trying to get the handle, and instead it's dug out by Solis.
How about Angelo Solis getting back on D and creating a turnover?
Jones angles left on the dribble, behind his back, spins into the lane, down he goes, and they're going to call the travel. And a timeout taken. It's a full timeout for Antelope Valley. 59-49. Antelope Valley has the lead in the third place game. It's the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
$59-49, Antelope Valley with the 10-point lead. Glendale in the white, working from right to left. Daniels off to Gully, and a whistle off the ball.
Go against Kemp, I believe. Yep.
And it is. Kemp working against Hollinger. That is the double bonus now for Glendale moving forward, so Hollinger heads to the line for a couple of free throws. 77% foul shooter.
AVC a lot better in the turnover department here, only with 5 here in the second half. Remember, they had 11 at halftime. Miwachuku up to 18 points.
Second free throw rounded out. 59-50. Miles Wise. They work it around to Jones. Jones
back
looking off to Floyd. Wise with 12 on the shot clock. And Antelope Valley continues to be very slow to get into their offensive sets, Michael.
I think that's by design. I think they're trying to be a little bit more methodical, but they have
Down
to get
to
a shot up here.
3 on the shot clock. Kemp has to force one up. It rims high, no good. Matthews has the rebound. Matthews into the front court.
Good feed.
Step back 3 for Jordan, no good. Long rebound, Jones has it, but he's quickly surrounded. The ball is loose. Glendale's got it back.
Gully with a steal.
Matthews swings it across. Och will try for 3. That's off the side of the backboard. Jones has the rebound.
Yeah, when I said good feet, Wise just terrific defensive positioning, forcing the errant shot earlier in that defensive possession from Glendale. Clear it out.
Iwachuku again, a short stint on the bench.
There's nothing there.
Fires from 17 off the back iron. Long rebound. Daniels jets into the front court with no numbers.
Wise needs to go away and clear out. That way OC can go one-on-one. Got to be smarter than that. Spacing so key here on every possession.
Matthews checked by Iwachuku. Hollinger has Wise in a mismatch. Kemp nearly has the steal. It's loose. Now they do have it. Floyd all alone with the dunk. And take a look at the replay. And this is all set up by good hands from Jamar Kemp. Knocking that ball free. Wise, good job getting it off to Floyd. Easy layup on the other end for Daniels, and a timeout taken.
All the way back.
4:01 remaining in the game. It's a full timeout. Glendale 61-52. Antelope Valley on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 61-52, Antelope Valley with a 9-point lead in the ball. So we take under 4 minutes to go. Jones off to Nuachukwu and then to Wise in the weave. Down to 16 on the shot clock. Jones drops it down low. Floyd lays it in.
Good finish.
63-52. Terrific offensive set. Jones finding Floyd.
It's amazing what a couple made baskets, a dunk will do for you on the defensive end.
Hubble at the controls for Glendale. Daniels gonna back it out, down to 8 on the shot clock. Daniels around a screen for 3, rims high, no good. Jones snaps down the board.
Kill a little clock here.
Well, not a lot of urgency with just over 3 minutes and counting to go in this ball game for Glendale, still trailing by 11. And again, Antelope Valley back to the weave. Wise guarded closely by Gully. Off to Jones, down to 8 on the shot clock. Maurier Jones will go to work. Drives it right of the lane, hangs in the air, goes glass, no good. Wise on the offensive glass, spins, shoots, scores. Well, that may do it, Michael. 65-52. You still got a long way to go, but you start to get the feeling Glendale might need to pitch a shutout here the rest of the way.
Got to believe you're right.
Och tries to go behind his back, and Kemp is going to pick up the foul. So Och back to the line where he has spent a lot of time today. This will be free throw attempts, I believe, number 14 and 15 in the game for Serena Och. And it hits the first free throw. 82% foul shooter, and one more coming. 2:23 to go in the game. Up and good. 65-54. Glendale going to take another full timeout. They want to talk it over. 11-point lead for AVC. You're watching the 2017 Compton Tartar Classic on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
And remember, everybody, if you have friends or family that could not make it to today's game, be sure to let them know that they can watch all of our broadcasts on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com or on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And be sure to tweet at us if you have a shout-out to one of your favorite teams, your players, or if you just want to let us know how we're doing. You can tweet at us at SoCal College SPO. That's SPO. Marauders lead the Vaqueros 65-54. Back in a moment.
Valley will work at the length of the floor against full court pressure from Glendale. Floyd
Good.
Off to Wise over the timeline. Nuachukwu will get it back outside, and Antelope Valley will set up, work the clock. Wise angles right. Shot clock at 10. Jones leans over the dribble. What a luxury it is to have Jones at a time like this. High arcing three, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Kemp's got it. Chance now for the Marauders to burn even more clock.
Also a luxury to have a size advantage pretty much against anybody you play.
Doesn't hurt. But back to the weave. Wise splits a double team, comes up shooting from 16 feet, in and out. Followed by Floyd, won't go. Floyd battling for the rebound, still battling. And we'll have a jump ball And that will go back to Glendale with 1:31 to go. Well, if you can call a possession in which you missed a couple of shots and came away with no points of success, I think this one is it. They were able to take a good 45 seconds off the clock. Were the Marauders with an 11-point lead.
Floyd the last couple days has been very hot in terms of his emotion. Really love the passion that he displays out on the floor, but sometimes it's gotten the better of him. He's done a pretty good job of it today of curtailing that. He's been very effective.
Teardrop from Matthews is good. It's another full timeout, 65-56. We'll step aside at the Compton Tartar Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran firm, we win wrongful death cases.
Floyd set to bring it in. Looking for the long pass for Jones. Jones in on Matthews, lays it in.
Touchdown.
Sign that guy up. I get Antelope Valley football all season long. Sure they could have used that over the middle, I would think. Daniels to the glass with the layup, 67-58, down to a minute to go. Kemp again wants to go deep and does. Jones, another catch, spins into the lane, hangs in the air, and gets it to go.
It's like he's playing horse out there.
69-58, 11-point lead here in the final minute. Terrific feed from Gully.
No look.
Style points for Dominic Gully. 69-60. Floyd out of the double team. Off to Kemp. Kemp over the timeline finds Floyd.
Had a lob to Osi. They don't need it.
Nuwachukwu cross to Jones. Shot clock at 12. It's about a 15-second difference.
And Coach Taylor just saying play keep away.
Jones tries to split the double team, and it's Och.
Third carry.
Yeah, they called the carry. So 18.6 to go, and Antelope Valley going to move to 8-6 on the season. They'll finish in third here in the tournament, and I think, Michael, a successful week here. Compton, obviously, maybe not the result, the absolute result that you were looking for, as Och is fouled on the way to the basket, and he'll head to the line for a couple of free throws. But 2 wins here, and you give Citrus all they can handle. You're in that game, maybe in a position to win, and I think Antelope Valley still heading in the right direction here.
Yeah, a lot went well outside of the Julian Payton injury on day one, but a resounding win versus Mount Sac. It was coming off of one of the biggest upsets of the year in Southern California, having upset San Bernardino Valley, 54-52 going into that one, and AVC really took it to them. Double-digit win in day one. Day two, no Julian Payton, and you saw the effects of not having him out on the floor when they were trying to protect the lead late in that game, and he got away from him.
Not a long pass this time, looking for Nuwachukwu, but
here.
Matthews able to break that one up incomplete. So Kemp's first incompletion in 3 passes now as he's attempted to solidify his position as next year's starting quarterback for Antelope Valley.
I don't know if Coach Perry Angelica would be averse to that.
Meanwhile, Floyd fouled with 8.3 to go. Playing out the stretch here for Antelope Valley. And now, will they be back in action? I believe next Thursday is their next game.
Next Thursday, they're at Cuyamaca.
And then the Miracosta tournament, and then conference play begins? Or
yes, conference play after the Miracosta tournament. I believe that's on 13th, which is a Wednesday. They'll play Barstow, they'll host. We'll have coverage of all of the home games for Antelope Valley this season in conference play. Check their schedule at their website. Glenn Haller, their SID, does a fantastic job.
1 out of 2 for Floyd, but Nwachukwu with a modest exclamation point on a great performance today as he gets on the offensive glass one more time. The final score, 70-62. Antelope Valley wraps up a third-place finish in the Compton Tartar Classic. We'll come back, wrap things up here from Compton on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Insurance companies, law enforcement agencies, and big corporations don't always think about the consequences of their actions. When a family suffers a tragic loss, that family always seeks answers. If that loss was preventable, that family should seek justice. At the Cochran Firm, we win wrongful death cases.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as the wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
To 62, it's a final here from Compton, the third place game, and AVC takes it over Glendale. Another impressive performance, especially in the second half, and Demarie Jones scoreless in that first half, finishes with a double-double.
Yeah, great job with the leadership taking over that second half, and recognition that he was going to need to step up a little bit. This was a tight game at the half, just a 3-point game. Give Glendale a lot of credit. After a shaky start, they were able to get themselves back in the game. And really, this was a case of Antelope Valley just being too much down the stretch for most of that second half to overpower Glendale here for the 8-point win. And, one thing I think worth noting, and we talked about it a couple times in the broadcast, but a great performance without one of the key players, Julian Payton, not available today. And that always makes it a little difficult as guys have to adjust their game a little bit, do different things. And I thought the Marauders did a good job. Staying very focused and fighting their way through it and getting the win.
Yeah, and the man off the bench really stepping up today. That was Wesley DeJesus. Finishes in double digits with 13 points, but he provided that spark to really get AVC, kind of separate them from the pack. Really good in the first half. Not so much in the second. Demarie Jones taking over there, but great minutes for Wesley today. Jamar Kemp, not really much of a factor. I think he was taken out of what he wanted to do, but he had a big weekend. Finishes with double-digit rebounds in games 1 and game 2. Today, Kemp finishing with only 4 rebounds, no points, but I think he'll play a bigger factor. I think him and Payton seem to work off of each other really well in the win over Mount Sac on day 1. A combined 10 assists, both players with 5 apiece. Yeah,
it's Jamar Kemp. It's a tough assignment for him. This is a very small Glendale team. They went with 3 guards really throughout, not a big front court either. It's a smaller slashing team, and obviously that's going to mean that guys like Kemp and Burns aren't going to be as big a factor in the game, and that's where you need the likes of Nwachukwu and Demarie Jones to step up, and that's exactly what they did. But that's one of the advantages that Coach Taylor has here this season is they can really match up. They can go small when they need to. They can go with a much bigger lineup if that's what works for them, and obviously it's nice to have those kinds of possibilities when you're on that sideline. One other guy I think worth mentioning, statistically, Antelope Valley not one of the best three-point shooting teams. They're down the list in terms of percentage and threes made overall. Boy, wouldn't it be nice for a guy like Angelo Solis to maybe step up and find a way on this team, find a role that he can play, because if this team can knock down shots from outside, boy, they've really got it all. Then they got you in some trouble.
Especially when you go against one of the deeper teams, you need to bring somebody off the bench. You need a shooter. Angelino Solis or Angelo Solis did a very good job today. 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. You know, shooting at a 50% clip from 3. That's pretty good, and we know he can drain it. Did a really good job of being ready to shoot. And credit the passers. Osi Nwachukwu had a great find for him in the corner for a wide open 3.
Yeah. Someone like that could work so well off of guys like Jones and Nwachukwu, who are so effective facilitating.
A lot of thank yous here before we sign off for the Compton Tartar Classic. Melody Stockwell here
Absolutely.
at Compton. Also Junior Dominguez, the athletic director. Scott Buckley with the music here today. And Jeff, always a pleasure to call again.
You're thanking me? That's well, I appreciate it, and I thank you. And obviously, we both thank Matt Henson
and
for everything he does as well.
Had him on day 1. Jay
Yep.
Holloway, all of the coaches that were so gracious with their time to reach out. And hey, it is that time of year. You know, let's get the thank yous.
Everybody's in the right spirit. Yeah, it's true.
Agreed. Happy holidays, everybody, from everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. We'll see you in the new year.